Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you 5 super easy Christmas DIYs, and one of them is so budget friendly and it makes a great gift. You'll want to give it to all your friends. If you want to know how to make them, stick around. I'll show you how. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Okay, for this one I'm going to take a 3-inch styrofoam ball. I'm just measuring the diameter of it. It's 10 inches. And so I'm going to cut my circle at 12 inches. And I'm using some white burlap. You can go ahead and cut that out. And then I'm going to take a piece of jute string and I'm going to make the hanger part for my ornament. Just tie it in a knot. And then I'm going to take my styrofoam ball. I'm going to push my glue gun down in it to make a little opening. And I'm going to stick that down into there with some glue. Okay, next I'm just going to start gathering up my burlap all the way around the ball and try to get it as even as you can, but once you get the rubber band put around the top part of it, you can go ahead and straighten it all out. Just put a rubber band around there and then kind of separate out the pleats so that it is kind of even all the way around. This is a pretty simple little ornament and they look really cute when you get done with them. Then I'm just going to take a piece of jute and tie it around where that rubber band was. And then I'm just going to tie that in a knot and then I'm going to clip the excess off. And then I'm going to go ahead and try still to kind of get my pleats a little bit more even right here. Okay, next I'm going to take a ribbon and I'm just going to tie a bow around the front part of it. And then I'm going to add some greenery to it. And I got this greenery on Amazon. I'll give you the link for it. You get a lot in a pack, and I'm using it on a lot of my projects this year. Just go ahead and put a little dollop of glue in the middle and just kind of diagonal them across each other. Then I'm going to come back in and I'm just going to add a little pine cone in the center. And then I'm going to take some black and white baker's twine and some little jingle bells. And I'm just going to attach them to the front. Now, I got these jingle bells at Dollar Tree. They were silver, and I painted them with a Krylon leather brown paint. Just going to kind of wrap it around the little pine cone there and glue it in. This was a pretty quick and easy little ornament, and they look really super cute on packages, on your tree. These really turned out really nice. I was really happy with this one. Okay, for this next one, you're going to take a little metal tin, and I'll give you the link to where I got these below. And I'm just putting it right in the center of a piece of burlap. Now, go ahead and measure your burlap. Just pull it up around the side just to make sure you get it long enough to hang over the edge a little bit. Go ahead and remove your little handle, and then we're just going to start gluing it together. So go ahead and start pulling it up around the little container and put a rubber band around there and then start straightening out your pleats. Okay, then we're just going to go ahead and start gluing it in. Just make sure it is flat on the bottom. And then I'm going to come back in with a piece of jute and I'm going to tie it around and I'm going to try to get as close up to the top part of that little container as I can. And then I'm just going to tie that in a knot and then tie it in a bow. And then just go ahead and cut off the excess around the top, leaving about maybe an inch or 3/4 of an inch around the top part of it. And then we're just going to attach some styrofoam in the middle of it, and we're gonna add some greenery. Now this is a garland I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just gonna make these into little Christmas trees. This was $11.99 and it was on sale for 60% off, and you can make about 20 trees with this. These make great teacher gifts, great neighbor gifts. They just look really cute. They're just a little bitty tree. Just kind of bring it up as far as you can get it till you have a tree looking, and then we're just gonna stick it right down in the center. You don't even have to glue it in. Just stick it right down in the center and then just shape it out to make it look like a tree. And then we're going to come back in with some black and white baker's twine, tie another little bow on it, and then I'm going to put some pine cones on it. This is a super quick and easy project. You can make a lot of them in no time. These turn out so adorable. I think I'm even going to include these in some of my gift baskets. Okay, today's video is sponsored by burlapfabric.com. They sell a variety of different colors and types of burlap. They sell bags and twines. Check them out, and I've got a coupon below where you can save $5 off a $5 purchase. This next one's super easy. I'm just taking one of the Dollar Tree snowflakes, and I'm just going to start adding some greenery to it. And this is the same greenery that I used in the first video. You're just going to kind of cut it up into pieces and just use little pieces here and there just to kind of fill all this in. And any of the excess pieces that you're cutting off there, just save those because you can use those on packages. They look really cute. And I'll give you the link for this below too. It's not real expensive and you get a lot for your money. You can paint the snowflake if you want to, but I just decided to leave it more natural looking because I was kind of going for a more natural look. And I'm just going ahead and put these in the center here and just go ahead and glue those in. Okay, I'm coming back and I'm putting some pine cones in it. I'm just starting in the middle. And I'm using 7 of them. And I'm just going to kind of go all the way around this one pine cone with each one of these. And I didn't buy these pine cones. I just had them in my stash of stuff. So I know that they do sell smaller pine cones at Hobby Lobby. And then I'm just coming back in with one of these little picks that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to add a few of these to this. Just putting 4 in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue those in. Then I'm going to come in with this snow that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'll give you the link to this. It goes a long way. Just put a little bit on your finger and just start rubbing it in wherever you want it. It really does give it a nice snow effect, though. It looks good. And it doesn't flake off everywhere. It's not a mess. And then I'm just going to attach a piece of jute to it to hang it up. And this was pretty quick and easy, and it turned out super cute. I'm going to put this on my front door. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. Okay, next I'm just going to take these little candy canes that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cut some burlap strips into 1-inch strips, and I'm just going to start wrapping it around it. I just wanted a more rustic look in my house for Christmas, so I am covering these up with some burlap. Just kind of take your time and, you know, kind of overlap it a little bit too, just to make sure you don't see any of the candy cane underneath it. When you get to the end, just cut that off and just glue that down. Okay, next we're going to come in with some red burlap, and I cut that in a 1-inch strip as well, and we're going to kind of start at a little diagonal at the end of this. And then we're going to start wrapping it around. Now you are going to want to pull on it a little bit as you're wrapping it, just to make sure that it is straight. And we're just going to leave a little gap between the white part and the red part, because we're making a candy cane, obviously. But if you pull it down at a diagonal, you can make it pretty even all the way around. You will have a little bit of frame, but you can go ahead and trim that off when you get done. But if you're really a little bit careful with burlap, you can kind of get it done without a bunch of frame. And we're going to make 2 of these. I'm just going to show you one of them, and I'm going to make a second one to go with it. And then just go ahead and cut that off, and we're going to glue that down. Okay, next I'm going to take 2 of them, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them down in the center, kind of at an X. And then I'm going to take some wire and wire them together. Just kind of wrap it around the center, and then we're going to kind of got to go at a diagonal as well around each one of the legs, just to kind of hold it in there good. Okay, next I'm going to take a little block of wood. I got it at Dollar Tree. I'm going to put it right between it just to kind of keep that open and so it does not close up and, and fold up. And then we're going to cover it up with some ribbon so you won't see that piece of wood. Then I'm just going to take some ribbon. I'm going to wrap it around it and I'm just going to glue a little loop around there and then I'm going to make a bow. Next, we're going to make the bow. We're just going to roll it up in a loop and hold that with your thumb. And then we are going to twist and make a loop. You're going to twist it again in the back and make a loop. Now hold it with your fingers in the back where you got that loop. And just keep going until you get it as full as you want it to. I think I did 4 loops on each side. But just keep twisting it and make a loop. And then we're going to hook all this together with a pipe cleaner here in a minute. This is a pretty simple bow. You just got to just start making the loops and holding it together while you're doing it. And you can make as big a bow as you want to with this. And I got this ribbon at Hobby Lobby. Okay, I got 4 loops on each side. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off in the back. And then I'm just going to run my pipe cleaner right through that hole and twist it off in the back. Make sure you twist it tight though. And then just go ahead and start pulling your ribbon apart, kind of spreading it out and shaping it up. And then I'm just going to attach it right to the center. Okay, then I'm coming back with some of that same greenery and I'm just going to add it at the tip of both points on that bow. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom part as well. But save your greenery that you're cutting off there because you can use it on other projects. And then I'm just going to come back in here and I'm just going to glue those in. Okay, next I'm just going to take these little jingle bells, the same little brown ones, and I'm just going to put it on the point on each one of the curves. Just glue it on there. And do the same thing for the other side. And then I'm going to string up a bunch of them, and I'm just going to hang them right down the center. Okay, once you get them strung up, go ahead and glue them. And then we're just going to come right up into the back. And I'm going to loop that onto that pipe cleaner again. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach it down at the bottom where that piece of wood is. So it kind of hangs forward instead of backwards. Right there at that little piece of wood that we put in there. Hey, there you have it. That one's done. It turned out rustic. I really like the way this one turned out. Next one, we're going to take 2 4-inch canvases and we are just going to cover them with some burlap. So just cut your burlap big enough to go all the way around this little canvas. And we're going to combine 2 of these together so that we can make a present that you will not see any of the strands of the canvas. So just glue it on both sides and kind of pull it tight as you're coming along. And then we're going to box in the corners just like that. But I'm going to cut a little bit of the excess of the fabric off before I do that. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it right here. You'll see where I cut this one piece here. Go ahead and cut them out just like that. And then just go ahead and tuck that in and fold that up into like just a little boxed corner. And then go ahead and glue that down. You just want to make sure that you get all your strands hidden. And then when we put these 2 canvases together, we're going to create a box. Just get it glued in good. And then I'm only going to show you on camera this one, but you're going to do the other one exactly the same way. Just trim off the excess and then go ahead and just glue in those boxed corners. And you can do this with any kind of fabric that you want to. It just really is good because it does not show any of the frayed edges. Okay, then we're just going to take our 2 canvases together and we're just going to glue them together. Okay, next we're going to take a real wide ribbon and we're just going to go all the way around this. Now, when you get to the end of this, go ahead and stop in the middle. Don't cut it off as short as I did. Cut it off in the middle. Then the other ribbon will cover it up really well. Mine did cover this one up. Cut it a little bit farther in. And then take the other one and just go over the opposite way. And then just glue off it in the bottom. Now, the bottom's going to be covered up because we're going to put it up on a pedestal. And then I'm making a bow for this, just like the bow that I made in the very last video. And I'm only going to do 6 loops total. So just make it exactly the same way, and then just go ahead and glue it onto your present. And then we're just going to attach this to a pedestal. I got the pedestal at Dollar Tree, and I just painted it black. And that was pretty easy, nothing to it. And it turned out super cute. You can make a cluster of these. If you do 3 of them together, they really look good. All right, there you have it. If you like this kind of video, hit like. If you want to see future videos, hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I have a new video, hit the bell. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.